Today I'm gonna talk about two people, Concha and Kyle, but I'm gonna go first with Concha. Okay, this is how it started. I believe the first time I met with Concha didn't really go well. I mean because he was kind of disrespectful at that time. I don't know. So it all started in September 13, 2012. I still remember the time. That was about like I think 1:30 lunchtime. So okay, this is how it started. Um, Anton was telling me that Star City opens 4 o'clock, so we had to make time by that time, and that was the time during our exams. So during that time when I was like making tambay with Anton, Calvin, Rafi. Oh wait, I think Rafi went home that time. Oh, whatever. Okay, so when Anton said, Batty, can I see your wig? So when I showed everyone my wig, Concha got out of the blue, okay. He just said, your wig looks like a dried mop. So, of course, I got offended. I was like, who the hell are you? I don't even know you, and why the hell do you give these comments? Concha was like, I know you're the one who's best friends with Anton the fourth year. Sabi ko, bakla ka ba? Sabi niya, no, I'm just feminist. Well, of course, in my heart, I really felt that he was gay back then because my gosh, what kind of a person would say that to you, especially about your things, right? So 2 months after that incident, I expressed my feelings towards Concha to Anton, or sometimes to Rafi. I would tell Concha is such a rude person, etc., etc. He's so feeling close, he doesn't know when to um I don't know, keep his comments or leave them at home. And there's also a time when I got a one-on-one chat with Gab Martinez. I got a one-on-one chat with Gab, like, in person. I got to ask him what's Concha's problem. Gab actually told me, Concha's a nice person. If he just sees something that he doesn't like, he will tell it to you straight. Sabi ko, even if I don't know him, yeah, ganun si Concha, pagpasensyon mo na bati. So, of course, I give Concha a chance, etc., etc. Until one time, I got to hear stories about him to his batchmates, like he was gay and stuff. He's rising as a top gay in the batch. So, of course, and they were saying a lot of bad stuff about him. I hated Concha that time, but of course, when people are saying some bad stuff about persons in my group, of course I would be the one to stand up for them. And I also, after that, I got a one-on-one um talk with Concha if what was going on with him, etc., etc. I told him I care for you a lot, and if I were you, change your attitude because people are really getting annoyed with you. And from that day on, Concha became such a good friend to me. Even though the Batish storyline really did damage my friendship with the former group I used to be in, the G-Force. He was still there for me. That was sweet of Concha. And yeah, so he's such a sweet boy. Yeah, and there was also a time when he really had a big fight with Anton with his group because there was this one time Anton did go to me and he said, Bati, wala na akong friends. So sabi ko, why, what happened? Ganyan, ganyan. So I got to talk to Concha. He said, Anton is a blackmailer, etc., etc. So, yun. So, of course, I understand Concha because being blackmailed by a person you thought you was your friend. So, of course, I did really open up to Concha and told him stuff and stuff. And ever since then, we started good friendship. And to be honest, I also remember a time when we were playing volleyball in the field. Um, the guards told us not to play volleyball, but of course, we still played because that was our life and that was our love sport, if you know what I mean. Then, there was this guard, he was about to get the ball from us. Concha hit the ball in his stomach. Everyone called him, Oy, buntis, buntis. That was so funny of Concha, but on top of that, Concha's one of the sweetest person you can ever come by or even talk to, and that's it for him. Now let's go to Lio. Lio, I really didn't like him that much until yeah, it starts by I don't remember the time when I first met him. I think it was during our tambay morning sessions during the Um, I really can't remember. Oh wait, now I remember now. That was the time when me, Anton, and Jose, and I think we were with Calvin back then. We're sitting in the FML eating breakfast and stuff. And that was the time when Anton and Calvin introduced me to Layao. So when I first asked Layao, I asked him if he was gay. He said he's not. So, but at the end, when I said goodbye, girls, he said bye, whore. So like I was like bakla nga to. But as days pass, I really think he's just some sort of a child who's got a cuckoo in his head, if you know what I mean. Or in other words, he's kind of a crazy kid who would just spit out whatever things he finds. So, there was this one funny incident about Layao, which he did torture my best friend Gian in Essentia. No, not really like torture and torture, like he really made fun because me and Gian, we were like so hungry back then. Then Lai was holding a big giga fries. It was so many. Of course, I just asked Lio if I could have some. And he said, sure, Batty. Then when Gian asked, ay, oy, pahingi, kung okay lang. Then Lio shouted out loud, stop na! You're getting fat! Then of course, Gab with his rat laugh. Yeah, so sorry I can't mimic it perfectly, but Gab's laugh really annoys me that much. But I'll talk about him soon. Um, that's it for Kyle. And oh wait. I still remember one incident before I end this conversation about Kyle. I do remember when you were in the. I don't remember. I think it was the wrestling ring or the Jan slide. My bad memory. So here's how it started. I think Eman was the one who paid for me, or it was Calvin. I think I really don't remember. So here it is. Kyle, Jose, and Calvin. They were like playing wrestling, and I sorry, excuse me. I do remember it was Kyle who was jumping all around the wrestling ring. Oh yeah, right, it was the wrestling ring. He was jumping around the wrestling ring. Then Jose and Calvin, of course, the JC Devils. I told you in the first video that I made about them, they'd really pick on somebody. So here's what he did to Lio. Lai was like jumping all around, and since the wrestling was about like shaking like crazy, the JC Devils, Jose, and Calvin did plot something against him. So they both jumped on Kyle, and then while I was the referee, I counted 1, 2, 3, and the JC Devils won. But it wasn't over. They both pulled Caroline's pants and his butt was seen to the world. So I was like, hey girl, stop na. But Kyle, of course, with his eyes closed, he instead of him slapping the JC Devils, he did slap me. And that's how I got my wound on my belly. He slapped me in the face, then when I slide down, of course, yeah. So I'm always gonna remember Kyle as a funnies, even though sometimes I did really get mad at him for calling Gian fat because no one should ever do that to someone. No matter how funny looking they are, they should not do that to anyone. So I think that's it for Kyle and back to Concha. I'm always gonna remember Concha. He's one of the friends who's really been so concerned about me throughout these times and Concha, just follow your heart. Just remember to always be yourself. If you like someone, never be anyone but yourself. And always remember that I am always here in case you need me, but apparently I'm leaving soon, so we'll see if we'll ever have contact again. So that's it for Concha and Kyle. I'm gonna do a gab next, and just see you in the next video. From Batish.